All right, gather round, because this one still gets under my skin. It's a story about Hillbrook dorms, a place that seemed ordinary, maybe even a little boring, until the whispers started. And trust me, once you hear them, you're never quite the same. I was a freshman, bright-eyed and clueless, ready to take on the world. Hillbrook was old. Think peeling paint, floorboards that groaned louder than your grandpa, and a general sense that the building had seen better centuries. But hey, it was college, right? Character building. My room was on the third floor, right at the end of the hall, 313. Perfect location, or so I thought, until I started hearing things. It started subtly. Late at night, when the dorm was quiet, a faint whispering, just barely audible, like someone was right outside my door, murmuring secrets I couldn't quite grasp. At first, I chalked it up to the thin walls, or maybe overactive imaginations fueled by late-night study sessions. But it kept happening every night. The whispers grew a little louder, a little more insistent. I started trying to decipher them, pressing my ear against the cold wooden door, straining to catch a single word. That's when things got weird. The whispers started to sound like my name. Just barely there. A breathy, drawn-out Jessica. Goosebumps every single time. I tried to ignore it. I blasted music, wore earplugs, even slept with a pillow over my head. But nothing worked. The whispers always found their way in, slithering into my dreams, twisting my thoughts. One night, desperation clawing at me, I decided to investigate. Armed with a flashlight and a ridiculous amount of nervous energy, I crept out into the hallway. The air was thick and cold, heavy with a silence that felt wrong. The whispering was louder now, definitely coming from down the hall. I moved slowly, my heart pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. As I got closer to the end of the hallway, the temperature dropped. I could see my breath fogging in the air. Then I saw it. A faint, shimmering light at the very end of the corridor, near the old storage room that had been locked up for years. The whispering was definitely coming from behind that door. I froze. I should have turned back. Every cell in my body screamed at me to run, to forget everything I'd heard. But curiosity, or maybe something darker, rooted me to the spot. Slowly, I reached for the handle. It was cold, like touching ice. As my fingers wrapped around it, the whispering intensified, morphing into a chorus of voices, all chanting my name. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and yanked the door open. The storage room was exactly as I expected, dusty, cluttered, and filled with forgotten junk. But there was something else. In the center of the room, bathed in that eerie, shimmering light, was a figure. Tall, gaunt, and translucent, it seemed to be made of smoke and shadows. Its face was obscured, but I could feel its gaze on me, cold and penetrating. And then it spoke. Not with a voice, but directly into my mind. A single word, clear as a bell. Welcome. I don't remember much after that. Just a blinding flash of light and then nothing. I woke up the next morning in my bed, convinced it had all been a dream. But the air in my room was heavy, charged with an energy I couldn't explain. And the whispers, they were still there. Only now, they were inside my head. I tried to tell people what happened, but they just looked at me like I was crazy, said I was stressed, sleep-deprived. Maybe they were right. But I know what I saw. I know what I heard. I didn't stay at Hillbrook much longer. Transferred schools at the end of the semester. Couldn't stand being there anymore. Even now, years later, I still hear the whispers sometimes, especially when I'm alone in the dark. They say Hillbrook is haunted, that the storage room holds a dark secret. Some say it's the spirit of a student who died there years ago. Others whisper about something far more sinister. All I know is this: some doors are better left unopened, some whispers are better left unheard, and some places never truly let you leave. They stay with you, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks just beneath the surface. So the next time you hear a whisper in the dark, remember my story. Remember Hillbrook Dorms and ask yourself, what secrets are those whispers trying to tell you? Because sometimes the truth is far more terrifying than the unknown. Don't go chasing whispers, friends, because sometimes they lead you to places you can never return from. Ever feel like something's watching you? Trust that feeling.